Hello friends, York here, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're gonna be discussing 20 free games on the PS5. These games came for free with the PS Plus collection that Sony announced a couple of months ago. They are released now. If you head to the store and you have PS Plus on PlayStation 5, you'll be easily able to add them to your library and download them. And today we're gonna be talking about all of them games that will be in the PS Plus collection. First up on the list, we have God of War, one of the biggest games on this list, and indeed the game of the year in 2018, where you play as the Greek god Kratos on his adventure in the Norse mythology. This game has an amazing story, and you should definitely try this out. Also, it has never been released on PS Plus before. In my opinion, definitely a game you should try out immediately when you get the PS5. Another PlayStation exclusive on the list is Bloodborne. One of the Soul series games released on the PS4, released in 2015 and praised with so much love. A game where you die over and over again, and this game is definitely for the gaming diehards. You must try it out if you like a rinse and repeat process of dying over and over again until the finish line. Days Gone, a game that has never been released on PS Plus before, now comes out in November with the PS Plus collection. It is a zombie apocalypse game where you play as the main character called Deegan, where you survive all the hordes of zombies and other enemies. Cruising around the world is easily done with your motorcycle and it feels absolutely amazing. A game you should definitely try out on the PS5. Detroit Become Human, oh man, what a game. July 2019 PS Plus game is being re-released in the PS Plus collection game, where you play as 3 playable characters who split apart from all the other androids in Detroit. There are multiple paths and endings, so a game you can play over and over again and you will enjoy all the way. Another return of a PlayStation Plus game that has already been announced. We got the first horror game on the list, Until Dawn. Filled with scary moments and horrible jump scares, a horror game you should definitely be aware of your surroundings every time you play it. Until Dawn has been getting great reviews already, and one you should definitely try out yourself, and watch out for the dark. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is the final appearance of Nathan Drake in the Uncharted series, shooting your way around on his hunt for his lost treasures, meeting up with beloved characters on this last adventure. You all know what to do, and it's now up to you to play this game, the PS Plus collection. Next game on the list is Persona 5, a role-playing video game that takes place in modern-day Tokyo and follows a high school student. Over the course of the school year, you discover your special powers, and it is pretty interesting how that all works out. Persona games have always been good, and if you've never tried one, now is your chance with the PS Plus collection. The Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is a platformer where you play as the main character called Crash Bandicoot. This trilogy is a collection of the first 3 games in the series and has been remastered, using spinning and jumping techniques to defeat enemies, smash crates and collect items throughout the world. These 3 games are definitely something you should try out right now. Can you remember when Fallout games were good? Yes, me too. Fallout 4 is another game on the list on this PS Plus collection. It's another open world apocalypse game filled with scary creatures and enemies in the wasteland, living life in the vault and trying to survive. After the recent tragedies of Fallout 76, this is a game that will refresh your mind for the Fallout games, and a game you should definitely try out yourself as well. The first-person shooter on the list is Battlefield 1, the 15th installment in the Battlefield series, fighting on historical ground in a game set in World War I. There might not be a lot of people playing the multiplayer anymore, but the campaign has an amazing war stories of different people that fought in World War I. So if you love Battlefield games, this is definitely a game you should try out yourself. Batman Arkham Knight is the final part of the Arkham series, where you play as the main superhero, using the amazing Arkham fighting system and the newly introduced Batmobile as a playable character to defeat all the villains in Gotham, who unite against Batman to finally destroy him and everything surrounding him. Next on the list we have Monster Hunter World. The release in 2018 Monster Hunter game brings you the 5th game in the series, where you craft appropriate gear to hunt down difficult monsters alone or in a group up to 4 players in the multiplayer. The story alone is already between 40 and 50 hours, a game you can definitely dive straight into and take a long time to complete on the PS5. The second horror game on the list is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. In my opinion, one of the most scariest games in the Resident Evil series, where you control Ethan Winters from a first-person perspective as he searches the baker's house for his missing wife. Although Ethan is a civilian with few combat skills, he's able to arm himself with a variety of weapons, including handguns, shotguns, flamethrowers, explosives and a chainsaw. A game you should definitely try out yourself, but don't play in the dark. Another platformer on the list is Ratchet and Clank. Throughout the whole history of PlayStation, this has been a great series and finally comes back on the PS5 with the PS Plus collection. This game follows the adventures of Ratchet and Clank as they travel through the universe, saving it from evil forces that constantly threaten it. A great platformer in my opinion, you should definitely try out yourself on the PS5 right now. Another return of a PS Plus game is Infamous Second Son. The story follows protagonist Delson Rowe finding the Department of Unified Protection in a fictionalized Seattle. Over the course of the game, Delson acquires new powers and becomes either good or evil as player choices influence his morality. Infamous is one of the best-selling PlayStation 4 games that has been released until this day, so a game you should definitely try out and let me know. What did you choose for? Good or evil? Next on the list we have Last of Us Remastered, where we go through the story of Ellie and Joel fighting around the world in a zombie apocalypse setting, crafting items and trying to survive as long as possible in this amazing remaster of the PS3 game. You should definitely try out one of the best rated games there has been so far released on the PS4. Another amazing game on the list, The Last Guardian. It is an action-adventure game where you control a boy who befriends a giant half-bird, half-mammal creature called Trico. The Last Guardian was released in December 2016 and comes to the PS Plus collection for the first time ever. The first and indeed the only fighting game on the list is Mortal Kombat X. This is the 10th Mortal Kombat game where you can fight against another player online or against the CPU. It's a great game. You should definitely try it out if you're really into fighting games yourself. Of course, we have a Final Fantasy game on the list, and this is Final Fantasy 15, released in 2016. This game features an open world environment and an action-based battle system incorporating quick switching weapons, elemental magic and other features as such vehicle travel and camping. I've never played a Final Fantasy game myself, but this might be the time to start my Final Fantasy adventure. With a DLC added to this collection as well, a game you should definitely try out yourself, and I think I'm gonna be trying out myself as well. Already the final game on the list is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicles Edition. Zombies Chronicles is the 5th DLC map pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It includes a total of 8 different maps from Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty Black Ops and Call of Duty Black Ops 2, all of which has been remade within the Black Ops 3 engine, and mechanics such as bubblegum machines in every map and all of the wonder weapons. A zombie experience you should definitely try out yourself, and now for free on PS5 as well. There we have it, 23 games for you to play right now on your PS5. There's almost something for everyone, so which game are you downloading first? Thanks for watching the video and I hope I see you next time.